And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Rugby Town, USA. We're here at Infinity Park in Glendale, Colorado for this Enscrow third and fourth playoff match. We have the University of North Florida wearing their blue strip with their white socks. They are down 14-5 against the Franciscan Barons, who are in white, who are about to receive this kickoff. And just a reminder, the Enscrow was created by Chip Orsovich and Steve Cohen in 2007. After they had great success in the East Coast Division III Collegiate Championship. Enscrow today has 151 men's collegiate rugby elite clubs eligible for playoffs, and that number has nearly doubled in the last few years. So it's fantastic to see these Division III colleges, small colleges, competing on a national stage. And of course we had some matches streamed yesterday on television, and today we're online. We have the final coming up after this, and that is going to be an absolute cliffhanger. That's Cal Maritime Academy against Salve Regina at 1 p.m. And that's mountain time, of course, as we are here in Colorado. And the kickoff are underway for the second 40 minutes of action. The ball's kicked almost on the full, but referee has judged the Barons took that into touch. So that was a clever little kick there from the Deadbirds fly half, Trace Horowitz. He's had a solid game today. And they'll be, the Barons, as we said earlier, down to 13 men, 2 yellow cards in the first half. Their captain, David Cup, receiving a yellow. He'll be back on in 2 minutes. And then Tim Knob, the winger, actually getting a yellow card as well. And he'll be off for about another 7 minutes. The Barons have this ball inside their 22. Brazy has it, and he'll kick for touch. But it's well covered there from the left wing, David Aguilar. As it sends it to his fullback, likes to run. Tom Pollard, there he is. Cade Pollard with the ball, sets up the ruck just inside the halfway line, but the Barons are over this ball and in from the side. So the Barons entering that ruck from the side, which is not allowed, and it's going to be a penalty just inside the half for UNF, and they will kick this ball for touch. Horowitz will hope for a good touch finder and let his forwards drive this in. Oh, and that ball stays in field. Tommy Allen fields at the fullback, beats one, just chips it ahead. Well recovered here from the Ben Waddington, the halfback. He sees some space. He chips it ahead, but it's nicely covered by his opposite number. Conahan, wild hack up the middle of the field. Horowitz has it again. Here he goes. Ball in one hand. Shows a little dummy as he takes them on. Beautiful offload in the tackle to his center, Taylor Alley. On the 22-meter line, we have it here. UNF ball. They look to surge ahead. They have 15 players. Barons only have 13. Oh, it's a knock-on from the big man. Advantage for Tommy Allen as he takes it up the field. The Barons have secured possession. Tally Younglings who just knocked that on, unfortunately. And the Barons now go on the offensive. Picked up by their big man. And that's John Rawle, former football player, offensive, defensive linesman. You don't want to get in his way. As Mike Brazy puts this down the throat. And Pollard receives it nicely. He looks to kick. He could dummy. He's full of energy. Oh, and he rounds Brazy. Archer back with a great tackle. Offload to his center partner. UNF still have the ball, holding it strongly. Oh, they've lost it. Ripped off in the tackle there. So great play there from number 7 it was, Jason Leozi. He was a live wire yesterday, getting involved today. Brazy, good hands to his wing. His center, actually, Archibek, the youngster, the rookie sensation. He sets it up over halfway line. Barons looking good when they have the ball in hand. As they set up a maul, it's now a ruck. Maul in the air, ruck on the ground. Conahan has Brazy. Very calm and collected. A kick for Tommy Allen on the right-hand side. Oh, all sorts of pressure. Goes down like a hot curry. Oh, and UNF, the left wing there, David Aguilar, just looked up at the last second, saw Tommy Allen streaking down the touchline, and the ball hits the deck. So we probably see David Cup coming back on the field, the captain. And so now the Barons in white have 14 men. Well, with 13 men, I tell you what, they've played some unbelievable rugby. They've scored a converted try, and they're still on the attack. So it's been all Barons in the last 25 minutes. So while that scrum settles down, Enscrow wants to thank the city of Glendale, Colorado and USA Rugby for their support in making today's live streaming possible. Barons have the ball, scrum feed. The referee's going to reset this. And both teams have a lot of support on the touchline here. As we said, it's a beautiful afternoon. Now Yeah, it's about to be midday here in about 30 seconds in sunny Glendale, Colorado. Wonderful pitch here. The groundskeepers here in Infinity Park have done a marvelous job. I think this is the 5th match this weekend on the same field, and it still looks spectacular. So the Barons have the scrum here. Very good push from the pack. A referee said came out the side, so we're going to reset that. And so Enscro wants to thank you for listening to today's live streaming. We know that in many locations there are more than one person watching on one internet connection. Please add a note to the social stream at www.ustream.tv/USA Rugby, letting us know how many people are watching at your location. This will help Enscro to better promote future streaming of our matches. As the crowd comes alive there, and they bang on the bill advertising boards. As we scrum down here in Infinity Park, we were speaking about that earlier. They're voted best field, best stadium in America, 2009 and 2011. And that was amongst 3,000 other fields, so fantastic. Almost an intercept here from UNF as Archibald grabs the ball back. And Brazy has the ball, puts a nice little clever kick back. All puts the pressure back on UNF as they let their ball go into touch. And that's number 18 on the field over here, and that's Trevor Cheatham as he comes on for North Florida. A couple of reserves obviously coming on. It's been a tiring effort for these two teams. Yesterday they both had a cliffhanger 80 minutes, and they're on today. There's no rest for the wicked. And UNF have the ball. They go for a short line out. They need to be accurate here. Short line out is always is a little bit dangerous and risky. They tap down as well in their 22. You don't want to see that. We spoke about that earlier with former Springbok legend Andre Snyman. In your 22-meter area, you want a secure line-out ball. That means your catcher, the receiver in the line-out, catches it, goes to ground, settles it down, and then plays it to their scrum off and fly off. So the Barons have the ball, and they catch this ball securely. They set up a maul, and they drive it towards. They're 5 meters away. Barons have the ball as their spectators come alive. The ball's ripped out there by John Cardinal. Still held up nicely. Conahan feeds Brazy. Brazy spots a little half gap. He goes himself. Tries to offload with one hand, but the ball spills out. And it's well covered there from Trevor Chatham. He's just come onto the field. Makes a good tackle there. So just a fumble, a knock on there from Brazy. Carrying the ball in one hand as he tries to put his team up further. So only 6-7 minutes played. Franciscan University in white. The Barons, they lead the University of North Florida 14 points to 5. And this June, come watch the top 16 college rugby teams in the country battle it out at the 2012 USA Sevens Collegiate Rugby Championship held at PPL Park in Philadelphia. For tickets and more information, go to www.usa7crc.com. And I'll tell you what, that's a fantastic competition. I was there last year with the University of Texas, the Longhorns. And there's 15 other great universities joining the Longhorns this year. And it should be very good. Dartmouth won last year's competition. And it looks like a try here. And it could well be. Referee was unsided. He comes around the side. He's going to have speak a little word to his touch judge. And trying to spot a number of the man lying on the ground there. It could be... Who is it? Number 8. We wait to see. And the touch judge is going to... What is the decision? Referee comes back to the mark. And he awards the try. And that's a fantastic effort. And it looks like, oh, so elated. Looks like number 8 from the Franciscan team. As he runs back, he's motivating the crowd. He's getting them on their feet. A fantastic play by the big man. Andrew Kay still trying to get his number as he turns around, the tall, lanky forward. Yes, it is number 8. We can confirm that Andrew Kay with a pushover try. Fantastic work from the big man right underneath the poles. And that should be an easy conversion for Tommy Allen here as he puts his team in the lead. 19-5 right now, conversion to come. And the conversion is good from Allen, so it's 21-5 for the Barons. And that was fantastic. They only had 14 men on the field again, so fantastic play there. Try scorer Andrew Kay. He didn't take part in yesterday's match, and nice and fresh. So the Barons take charge of this game as they lead 21-5 in this Enscrow third and fourth playoff match in Infinity Park in Glendale, Colorado. We have about 9 minutes played in the second half, and they take a commanding lead. 3 converted tries, 21-5. And Horowitz kicks this ball off for UNF. The ball is mishandled there by David Cup, the captain. Received a yellow card earlier, but he's back to help his team. UNF will want to string some phases together. They haven't quite got going in this match. Slow ball to Horowitz. Allen is a hard man. He's tackled well there by his opposite number, Lewis. An advantage over here. Looks like it could be a turnover to the Barons. They've been excellent in loose play. Their forwards have been phenomenal today. But the ball is actually won back to UNF's way. There are plenty of numbers here if they see it. Oh, beautiful little dummy there, but he's scragged. Still gets the offload as Horowitz. On solid run and offload to Tommy Allen back inside. Check that. That is Taylor Alley, the center. Always involved in the midfield. There he goes. UNF still have possession now. Rumbling up with the 8th man, Joe Eichner. And it's a beautiful counter ruck from the Barons, but they still have ball. The ball comes out here to Locke. Eric Schnuff, he sees a little half gap. Gets tackled by 2 men as the Barons try to pile in over that. And they may have lost their footing as they competed for that ball. And it's going to be a penalty and perhaps a word. Right in front of the poles here, UNF. Even with the 2 yellow cards, UNF have not really made any impact on the scoreboard. And so decision time here. Could tap and go. They could opt for the scrum. Could go for the 3 points. Or kick for touch. So 4 options here for the captain. And they're going to do the tap penalty. See, the ball leaves the scrum off hands. And they crash it up. It's lock number 5 who's held up just short of the line. Ferocious defense from the Barons. UNF have this ball coming wide. The prop catches the ball. This time rumbles it up. About 5 meters up. If the ball's in the air, it's a maul. No, it collapses now, so it's a ruck. Halfback goes left-hand touchline. And well tackled there, Eric Moss. He's held up there. And they still have possession. Ferocious stuff here from UNF. Ali has the ball, he steps inside. Tries to give an offload, he does, but it's knocked on by the hooker, unfortunately. And Tommy Smith kicks the ball through. And it's a chase here, UNF running back. Alex Moss has the ball now, the left wing. David Agler shows and goes, rounds the first man. Just gets scragged by the second. Good play from the left wing. An exciting play as UNF still have possession right now. They're inside the 22. Horowitz a little show and go, a little twinkle toes. Ball in one hand, still going on his feet. He needs support from his teammates as he makes 10 meters by himself. Excellent play from the fly half. On here the hooker takes it up. Dennis Yarza does. And it's still on here on the left as they bring it. Taylor Younglings has the ball. He's tackled well into the corner. But 7-8 meters out. Lots of pressure here on the Barons as they try to soak it up with 14 men. In fact, I think they're back to 15, yep. And here it is. The center crashing it up. Roger Amadon looks to one-handed offload. He's got to watch for those 50-50 passes. UNF keeping it nice and close. They've got lots of numbers stacked to the left. And that's the way they go. Picked up by Joe Eichner. And go defense is the chance from the Baron spectators. And it's ferocious indeed. Another big hit there. It's all UNF now for this 5-minute period. Horowitz with a show and go. Beats one man. Brought to ground. Just short of the 5-meter line. And his body's piling over. And it's number 10. And that is Mike Brazy. Couldn't help himself. Fell over that ball and prevented it from coming out. So it's a long arm penalty to UNF. 5 minutes ago they had the same thing. And it's been tough defense from the Barons. They'll probably tap and go again. This is energy sapping stuff. And it looks like Taylor Alley, who's a leader on the team, motivating his forwards, getting involved there Tell them we need this try. We need this 7 points as they're down 21-5 against the Franciscan Barons. And there it is. A solid ruck. Only a few meters out now. Ben Waddington with the long hair. Darts himself just short of the line. And UNF, almost over. Held up there, looks like it. As the small's moving, it's collapsed off the line. Could be held up, could be a try. And held up, says the referee. That's the indication, so it'll be a 5-meter scrum to UNF. Oh, and I tell you what, there was energy-sapping stuff from both teams. And UNF, the University of North Florida Rugby Club, wants to thank Ray Bunch, UNF Club Sports Coordinator, for his invaluable support into making their trip to the National Championship event possible. So thanks so much, Ray Bunch. And your team is on the offensive here as they look for a 7-pointer. 2 tries by them, and they'll be right back into this game as they opt for the scrum this time round. And so they've got options left and right. Perhaps the eighth man, Joe Eichner for UNF will go left. It's a short-arm penalty now. They'll probably go for, tap and go. Yeah, they're going left-hand side. Here it is. Oh, not on the mark. Referee's quite strict about that mark, as you should be. And so Waddington will have another chance here for tap and go. Perhaps if they move the attack a little bit away from this solid Barons forward pack, they could have more success. As it's the Taylor Younglings, the prop forward, who takes it up, but he's well tackled and driven back a few meters, in fact. And so the Barons may have turned this over. No, it's still UNF way. It looks like number 6 flanker Blake Rector in the action there on the left-hand touchline. And the Barons scuffle that ball out, but it's a charge down kick, so UNF have the ball again inside the 22. It's a solid tackle there. Brazy needs to roll away from that if he can. And here it is, the hooker. Solid tackle there from the Barons as UNF still have possession. They have a stack of players on the left-hand side. A dummy runner comes in here. It's another show and go from the fly-off Horowitz, but he's well tackled. Putting all the pressure onto the Barons team here, but they've held strong so far. A little static play here from UNF. As you can see, Taylor Alley tries to get his team to go forward. He's well tackled. Waddington with the ball now, and he's thumped to the ground. Some ferocious defense, and referee blows his whistle. A lot of players on the ground. And this could be another yellow card. This could be the 3rd yellow card of the match for the Barons, and it is indeed. Take a seat, says the referee. And it's number 12. This time, Paul Lewis from the Barons. He receives a yellow. And his team will now be back to 14 men. Well, I don't know. They like playing with 14 men. So we'll see what happens here. We'll have 16 minutes gone in the second half. And a yellow card again. And so the centre, Paul Lewis, leaves the field. And I'll tell you what, Mark Hanran can't be happy about that. 3rd yellow. And his team will now have 14 men for the next 10 minutes as UNF perhaps hope to launch an offensive as they have the ball lined up right in front of the poles here. This could spark something for the University of North Florida as they tap the penalty. 2 men rumble it up, their forward pack. Horowitz standing very close to the halfback. Ben Waddington who knocks it backwards. The Barringtons swarm him. And it looks like Taylor Youngs has the ball there. He cleans it up. The Barons may have stolen this, but slight knock-on as they try to get that ball. So it'll be a scrum to UNF.
North Florida still camped deep inside Franciscan's 22-meter zone.
And so while we have a break here, of course, NSCRO, Division 3 Small College Championship. Been a wonderful weekend of rugby here in Infinity Park in Glendale, Colorado. Beautiful weather and lots of people came out to watch. And as we have the Franciscan Barons, they're up 21-5 against the University of North Florida. But it's all been all North Florida this last 10-minute period as they hope to put more points on the board. They scored pretty early in the game with David Murphy. In fact, in the 10th minute, they were up 5-0, but since then have conceded 21 points. as Waddington gets thumped backwards, and it's a forward pass indeed. So the Barons defense holds strong. And I'll tell you what, head coach of North Florida, Rich Allago, he won't be happy with this. His team have a man advantage. They have had possession for the last 10 minutes and failed to put a point on the board. And that could be very telling for the Barons team. So we have a replacement coming on here for the University of North Florida. And let's see, so that's Lock. Eric Schniff leaves the field. He's had a solid game. He's been all over the park. And number 17, Tim Herf. In fact, interesting fact about Tim, he played some semi-pro rugby league for the Jacksonville Axemen. So rugby league player, he should be solid on the defense. And he tries his hand at rugby here. So the scrum gets reset. Barons have possession, and I think their fly-off Brazy will be content to kick it downfield, put his team out of this danger zone area. Brazy, as you mentioned, is filling in a fly-off position today. He's normally an inside centre. And the games yesterday obviously taking a toll on this squad, both squads. So, it's a massive scrum, going about 5, 6, 7 meters. And it's going to be a penalty to the Barons. And so hands in from the flanker here from UNF. Tried to scoop that ball out very cleverly, but right underneath the nose of the referee. And so he spotted that. And it was a great push from the Barons. As the Brazy steps up, he takes the ball. He wants to kick for touch, get his team out of the 22-meter area. And that's exactly what he does. Oh, off the side of the boot a bit, so doesn't make much ground at all for his team. Shakes his head, but they still have possession. They have the line out. And we've had 20 minutes played here at Infinity Park, and another substitute comes on the field, much to the delight of the crowd. And we'll get a number shortly. And number 18 is on the field here, and that is Adam Smith. Adam Smith is on the field for Justin Luther. Luther leaves the field, and Smith is on. The ball's tapped down. Brazy has the ball, kicks it nicely downfield, and it'll be UNF line out. Probably a few meters in Baron territory. So UNF have the ball. And this is a good opportunity to let you know this June, come watch the top 16 college rugby teams in the country battle it out at the 2012 USA Collegiate Rugby Championship at PPL Park in Philadelphia. For tickets and more information, go to www.usa7scrc.com. And a short line out over here from North Florida. And the crowd gets behind both teams, so it's a beautiful throw, but it doesn't reach the intended target. Conahan steals the ball for the Barons. Brazy with a little fake dummy, but gets held up nicely. Back inside ball to one of the replacement forwards. That was number 16, Colin Cooper, on the field right now. As the 8th man rumbles it up, that's Andrew Kay, the try scorer. Solid work in the loose. And number 5, that's David Cup, the captain, leading by example. Brazy sees the defense rush up, and he throws a wide ball. That's intercepted. But unfortunately, offsides. Yeah, you could see that. UNF backline coming up ahead of the offside line. And it was the 13 center, Roger Armadon, thought he was away for a try. In fact, he did it yesterday. He scored an intercept try, ran full 60, 70 meters to put his team in the lead. But not today. So the Barons have a penalty. And they'll look for touch here as Brazy puts a nice looking kick into touch. And Enscro wants to thank you for listening to today's live streaming. We know that in many locations there are more than one person watching on one internet connection. Please add a note to the social stream at www.ustream.tv/USA Rugby, letting us know how many people are watching at your location. This will help Enscro to better promote future streaming of our matches. As the Barons take a nice line out there, and Brazy has the ball in midfield. He shows a little inside dummy, now an outside dummy. He takes a half cap, he's still going, but the ball has been cleverly intercepted over here, and it's David Aguilar who steals the ball for his team as Taylor out of the centre runs, eludes a few tackles. Waddington, the halfback, puts the ball into space. He sees there's nobody back there, but Tommy Allen, the former soccer player, dances around. Allen beats one player, puts it to the boot. And the ball sits up nicely for the centre from UNF. Oh, and he puts a little bit of a shocker to the boot. And it's well claimed there from Dan Kramer, as the Barons now have possession just inside their half. And it's well picked up there from John Cardinal as the Barons set up a maul on the halfway line. It collapses now almost into a ruck. There it is, a ruck on the ground. David Cup, the captain, is underneath that. Conahan, the local boy from Denver, has the ball at number 9. Feeds it to Brazy at halfback. Another show and go from Brazy. He takes him on himself. And he's well tackled by a few defenders. His forwards are slow in arriving. But diving in, you can't leave your feet. Diving in there, and it was, looks like the hooker, Dennis Yazadar, who was pinged there. But the Barons go quickly. Tony Gayed, it's been a storming weekend for him. Cup on the outside. Barons just lose this ball in the tackle. And it'll be a tussle of the ball on the ground there, and they seem to have won it. They've got it back. Brazy again with the ball. Inside to the hard-running Kramer, and there it is. Cup is onto that ball. So the Barons now attack into the 22. North Florida under all sorts of pressure. The Barons, remember, only have 14 players on the field. It's a drop goal from Brazy. Oh, but it's a complete shocker. Brazy just thought he could have a snap drop, and why not? His team is up 21 points to 5. Lots of good pressure from his side. And that one just skewing off to the right. And so pressure relieved there from UNF with that missed drop goal attempt. It would have been 3 points for his team. And it's UNF now. Horowitz with the ball. It's a 22-minute dropout, so it's a nice drop kick, and it goes wide. And Tony Gade calmly collects that ball. That's a try score from earlier with the yellow boots. He takes it up, gives it to David Cup. Looping around was Conahan, throws a little bit of a wide ball. Archibek with a good ball outside to his winger. Stop and start. Back to Archibek. He has good hands to Brazy. Brazy back to Kramer. He sets it up. Andrew Kay, the try scorer. As the forwards rumble this up, that is Dan Kramer right now. It's the Barons with the ball as they lead 21-5 in this third and fourth playoff match. On the ball, might not have been out, yep. And just a little overzealous defense there from Alex Earl, the flanker from UNF, and the referee's going to have a word here. Coming in from the side, the ball was not out. And this could be a yellow card, perhaps, or he could just be talking to the captain. And the referee tells Brazy, just relax. I'm going to have to speak to their captain. And, of course, number 12, centre, he's at a storming game, Taylor Alley. He's talking to the referee now, and I think they're just probably going to warn them to keep these deliberate infringements down to a minimum, or we could see the fourth yellow card on the game. We have Paul Lewis, who's sitting on the sideline right now. He'll be 30 seconds away from joining the action. He received a yellow card for the Barons. And I think, yep, I think he could be, no, they're getting a tee. That's what they're getting. So kicking tee, and they've opted to go for the 3 points here. And with only 15 minutes remaining, this will definitely put the score without two scores without reach. And it's a former all-conference soccer player who turned his attention to rugby this year when soccer ended. It's the fullback, Tommy Allen. And he has an interesting style of kicking. You can see the ball is placed very low on the tee when he puts it on there. And this will be quite a distance for him as he lines this up. And his team, the Franciscan Barons from Steubenville, Ohio, are in the lead, 21-5 against the University of North Florida. Doesn't take any time, and he scoops it up with a low soccer kick, and that's over. Tommy Allen, you good thing. Unorthodox kicker, but that's 3 points to the total. Takes his team 24-5 in the lead. And so Tommy Allen has kicked 2 conversions, and that's a penalty to his total. And the Barons now well ahead, 24 points to 5. Those of you sure about the scores, it's 3 points for a penalty, 5 for a try, and 2 for a conversion. So Tommy Allen's total for today is at, was that 7 points for him. And University of North Florida really want to get back into this game. 13 minutes left in their season. And it's a kick down the middle of the field. Brazy will be content to smash this downfield. And that's a huge kick. And UNF have to scuttle back to get this. Trevor Chatham, the reserve, comes back on. And he puts a left foot into touch. Just skews off the side of his boot. And I think he may have been out of the 22 when he kicked that. Referee will consult with the linesman. No, he was inside the 22. So the 22 is a safe zone for a kicker. He can kick directly into touch. Once he puts a foot out of the 22-meter area, the ball will be taken back from where he kicked it. So it'd be the Barons line out. They have a full line out here. And they're inside the half. And that's a very good take there from Dan Kramer. As Brazy looks, and the man is back on the field, as we said, he got a yellow card a little earlier. And that's Paul Lewis, as he's straight back into the action. He should be fresh for those 10 minutes. He was just sitting around, watching his team in action. And referee instructing Florida to leave that ball alone. It's a good forward momentum here from the Barons. And it's the line-out taker there, Dan Kramer, involved again. As Conahan has the ball to Brazy. Little pop there to Lewis. Lewis, little dummy, keeps possession. Archibek runs a nice little angle, helps out his centre partner. Beautiful looping around by Conahan as Tony Gayed gets hit on the ground. Oh, it's a monstrous tackle. Get out the road. Tony Gayed smashed to the ground, but they still maintain possession. UNF not scared to put the shoulder in. And the Barons still have possession here. 24-5 they lead. 12 minutes remain, and it's the reserve, Adam Smith. Much to the delight of the crowd, rumbles it forward, but unfortunately the arriving support players are leaving their feet at that ruck and just diving over the ball, so it'll be a penalty to UNF. And replacement number 20, Will Mueller, will step up and take this penalty kick. He's a freshman, so there are quite a lot of freshmen on the field right now. Some of the starting players probably heard in yesterday's cliffhanger encounter. So it's a good opportunity for these young players to get a chance at such a high level, play in this NSCRO Division 3 and 4th playoff match. And so UNF will be looking to spark something. They've only held that one try. Yesterday they scored 26 points, 3 excellent tries. So let's see what they can do here. It's a short line out. The ball looks to be going to the back, as it does. Taken by Tim Herif. He's missed the ball. The Barons have this. They've stolen that line out. As the ball ricochets off one of the UNF players, so it's play on, says the referee. Oh, and he's going without his shirt. His ball is stuffed up in his shirt. What will happen here? On the ground. We definitely couldn't get a number there, but taken in there by Blake Rector. UNF have the ball now, and they'll be looking at the big prop. Tally Younglings sets the hooker away, and that's Dennis Yazadaz. Ball comes out to number 21. Clay Morris with the ball. Fresh legs here all over the park. Tim Herif for the ball there. As UNF come in to the middle, he needs help. Taylor Alley's right with him. Oh, and a beautiful backhand Sonny Bill Williams pass to Clay Morris as they set their ball up. All on attack here, UNF, and unfortunately knock it on. And in the last 10 minutes here, I tell you, it's been all UNF, and I'm joined again by former Springbok legend Andre Snyman.
Hey, Pucky, how you doing? It's been great to watch the game from the other side of the field. You know, obviously the boys are really playing their heart out. You know, it's getting hot here. It's almost noon. You know, a nice sunny day here at Infinity Park. And I must say that the Franciscan team is really on fire at the moment. They're playing with a good energy level and everything. Their supporters are getting behind them, and it's just nice to see these youngsters play rugby.
It is indeed. As we say, the supporters, a large cheer from them as they bang the advertising boards on the far side. The sun comes out, and the Barons on defense here as UNF have the ball. Turnover scrum there, and it's a great little play from their pack as number 21, Clay Morris, takes it into contact. And the hooker stole that ball from the previous scrum. That's Dennis Yardavaz doing great work at that scrum, and UNF have the ball now. They need to see if they can secure possession here. They haven't been able to breach this defense, but in the 10th minute when they scored that only try. And a bit hesitant at the back of the maul there. And the Deadbirds from University of North Florida have the ball here. And that's hard-running Tim Herf. He's had a couple of ball carries since he's come on already. They haven't been able to quite penetrate this defense, have they, Andre?
No, not at all. I think they should use their backline more. I mean, they're just going one-out runners in the forwards. You know, they all got white line fever. They all want to be the hero. I think if they play as a unit and just consolidate and get the ball out wide, there's definitely opportunities in the backline.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. They've been yesterday worked for them, today not so much. The Barons have been equal to the task on defense. If they can get out to their young backline, they could see some magic happen here as a lone man takes it in there, and that's David Murphy. He sets it up for his team. The forwards persist, and they get a scrum. So while we take a quick break here, don't forget, this is your last reminder that this June, come out and watch the top 16 college rugby teams in the country battle it out at the 2012 USA Sevens Collegiate Rugby Championship at PPL Park in Philadelphia. For tickets and more information, go to www.usa7crc.com. And we take a little break here. Hope he's okay. And yeah, it's been all Barons in the second period. And they even had a yellow card to their centre. That was their third yellow.
I believe so. So it's unfortunately, it's just discipline obviously letting them down. But I must say they've absolutely been great defence. You know, I mean, once again, they showed great character here on the defence here at the moment. They've been on their try line the whole time, and absolutely credit to their defence coach.
And the Franciscan University, Mark Hanrahan, he's the head coach. He's a former player, and he knows what this is all about. So real good heart from his team to come out firing on day 2. So scrum for UNF. We'll see what they do here. Hopefully their backs get a run. They're under slight pressure here, and it's a tight head. The Barons have this tight end. They've won the ball, and Brazy puts it to a lovely spiral kick into touch and relieves the pressure for his team. And the Enskro wants to thank you to listening for today's live streaming broadcast. We know that in many locations there are more than one person watching on one internet connection. Please add a note to the social stream at www.ustream.tv/USA Rugby, letting us know how many people are watching at your location. This will help Enskro to better promote future streaming of our matches. As we return to the action here, it's a line-out for UNF as they were lost a tight end in the scrum there, and 6 minutes to go. They have a short line-out.
Yeah, they need to come up with something. You know, they need to score points on the board at the moment. But once again, they turn over the ball and they're on the back foot again. So it's obviously not going right for them.
And Brazy has the ball as they turn that ball over. He's well tackled though. Archerbeck tries to clean that up for his team. Oh, it's a good little run here from left wing Tim Knob. He sets it up, takes it rumbling forward. And UNF obviously struggling at that line-up ball we saw earlier. They've lost all 4 line-ups in the second half, and their set pieces letting them down in the second game as the Barons take it up. And that's a nice, interesting-looking mohawk haircut there from one of the Barons players as they secure possession still here. Conan has the ball to Brazy, a little bit behind him, and he does a awkward-looking kick, but it bounces up nicely here, and that's taken by Trevor Cheatham as he puts the ball into touch. Under a lot of pressure there, he had nothing else to do. Barons go quickly, perhaps, and they do. But referee said lineup was formed there. So last 4 minutes of this game as this match winds down. Enskro, 3rd and 4th playoff. The Barons have held on, and they've had 13 men for a good portion of this match, but they've played out their skins.
Oh, absolutely. It just looks like they wanted to win from the first minute. Once the try was scored against them in that first opening minutes, you know, they stepped up to the plate. You know, like you said, they played with 13 men, and the whole game it just looks like they want to win.
Yeah, they're absolutely dominant, and I can't stress enough that semi-final clash yesterday for the University of North Florida against Cal Maritime, that definitely was energy-sapping stuff. From minute 1 to 80, those players was a battlefield encounter, and they lost that game to Cal Maritime 31-25 in the last few minutes. So they're definitely feeling it. So they go to the one-man lift here. Let's see if it works this time. And it's taken, and they're going to perhaps maul it up a bit, with only 2 players out there. So now they bring it to the rest of their forward pack who are hanging off the line out. And that's taken in by David Murphy, who's had a very active game today. Tail out, and the captain comes out. He gives a wide ball to his centre partner. And it's Roger Amadon who's well marshalled. And they have lots of numbers left here if they can look to move it. Oh, it looks to have could be knocked backwards. But no, a little fumble there. Just the execution, unfortunately, letting them down. I know they've got a lot of seniors in the team, a lot of juniors in the team, freshmen that have come into the side now, late into the second half. And so probably want to go back to basics and, pre-season, get those guys a lot of reps.
Absolutely, the good thing about it is they are creating the opportunities. They saw the blind was open, they saw they had the numbers, they just should have put it through their hands, and unfortunately that let them down. So yeah, I think pre-season hands is definitely on top of the list as one of the technical points.
And we return to the last 3 minutes here, and the Barons from Steubenville, Ohio, look to be claiming this third place match as Conahan, the halfback, gets the ball. Brazy with a nice little switch to Archibek. Oh, and he hands off one defender, beats two, and he sets it up inside the 22 now. The Barons go. And it's going to be a penalty. Not rolling away, perhaps, at the breakdown there was the UNF. And looks to be number 6, Cody Neuweiler. And they go quickly. Tony Gay, the try scorer, tries to get the ball out. And it is. Oh, it's a try in the corner. Beautiful. You sleek racing snake. Dan Kramer down the touchdown. He streaks to the delight of his fans, and he puts another 5-pointer down for the Barons.
Oh, no, absolutely great work try, quick tap penalty. Really, Brazy was awake there. He saw that North Florida was sleeping. They were turning their backs on the ball, walking backwards to get their 10 yards away. And quick tap penalty, 1 or 2 passes to the right, and we got a beautiful try in the corner. Absolutely well done. And I think this puts the game out of the question for North Florida. So unfortunately they will walk away from the game with nothing. And well done to Franciscan.
Absolutely. And I tell you what, Coach Mark Hanrahan is very high on Dan Kramer. He says he's the smartest forward on the field. And I tell you what, he was very clever thinking there, always awake, running down the right-hand touchline as he dives in for an excellent 5-pointer. Put his team up now 29 points to 5. Tommy Allen lines up this kick from the touchline. It keeps low. He's got a very low trajectory with the ball. And conversion unsuccessful, but that doesn't matter. It's 29-5, about a minute remaining. And the Franciscan Barons in white over the University of North Florida in blue, 29-5. Both sides can be proud of this weekend. Solid semi-final matches yesterday, and they're playing right to the last 80th minute.
Oh, no, absolutely. North Florida could have gone down and said, you know what, it's game over, let's pack it in. But I think they really stuck it out. They're still manning up. They're still playing good rugby. Unfortunately, they just can't finish that final passes.
Yeah, and they're traveling with a lot of supporters, a lot of banners in the background there from University of North Florida. They've had a wonderful season up until this point. And as Brazy will be content to hit that ball. It does find touch. Just goes over the head. And we're going to come back here, the referee says. And so the ball went out on the full, and so the ball was taken in. So that kickoff was received out of the 22, and so the Barons brought it back in. So it'll be a line out on the 22-meter area, or from where he kicked it, actually. And it's going to be UNF ball. The last chance for them to get on the scoreboard here, Andre.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think obviously the game is over for them in terms of the final result, but it would be great for them to just get on the scoreboard, just to get their hopes high for the next season, and just play for their character building and stuff like that. So it would be great to see them score.
And here we go. That line out is tapped down. And unfortunately, it's won here by the Barons as they streak through. It's a try scorer, Dan Kramer, with the headband. And so ball gets hit into touch, and that could be the final whistle here. And that is the game. And congratulations to the Franciscan Barons as they are victorious in this third and fourth playoff. 29-5. They beat UNF at Infinity Park in Glendale, Colorado. And what a game by the Barons.
Oh, absolutely. They deserve to win. They got everything thrown at them. 3 yellow cards. They got under a lot of pressure that first 10-20 minutes of the game. They just kept their cool. They kept themselves together. And no, absolutely, they deserve to win.
And they were down 5-0 in the 10th minute as David Murphy put UNF on the scoreboard. But then unanswered tries, 29 points for them as they scored. And we saw was the first try by Tony Gayed, put his team on the board. And then Mike Brazy, who definitely has a man of the match performance, I think. He was excellent. He scored a 5-pointer and it was involved in a few others. And a fantastic game here at Infinity Park in Glendale. And just talking about the facilities, obviously this is your home pitch. What's it like training here full time?
Oh no, absolutely, it's fabulous. I mean, I had a talk to some of the players yesterday as well. Yeah. The beauty about this facility is, you know, come rain, come sunshine, come snow, we can train because we've got the AstroTurf at the top. Right. You know, we've got this beautiful pitch over here. We've got the gym facilities, the recovery facilities, the hot and cold jacuzzis. You know, it's just an amazing setup here, and I'm very fortunate to be part of it.
Oh, it's fantastic that you're here, and it's dedicated to rugby, which is very unusual. A lot of other stadiums, you know, perhaps the rugby team can use it once off just for their matches. So you guys are here full time, which is great. And of course, Infinity Park, the city, televising matches as well, because increasing exposure of the game.
Absolutely. The city of Glendale is really behind the team. You know, they really try and help the team wherever they can, you know, with a facility like this, and then trying to get teams and tournaments to come and play here just to get more exposure to the game and to the facility. So yeah, no, I mean, and I know the players are enjoying it as well. I mean, even the players from Houston yesterday, when they came up here after our game, they said to her, they all they wanted to do is just to come and play at the stadium, exactly. And they absolutely loved it. You know, it just shows you know, that everybody wants to come and play here.
Yeah, they absolutely do. And getting back to this Enscrow final, third and fourth playoff game. Obviously not much is riding on the game, but the guys came on and gave 80 minutes of hard rugby for their fans. And, of course, thanks to everybody for tuning in and watching the live stream too.
Absolutely. It's games like this that we say it's character building. You know, win or lose, you know, it's get out there, play the game we love, you know, and build the character and take away what you can and build for the next season.
That's right. I'm with former Springbok legend Andre Snyman, now at the Glendale RFC. He's coaching the backline along with head coach Mark Bullock as they head into the playoff rounds. And here we are. It's full time in this first playoff match, third and fourth game, won by Franciscan University, 29 points to 5 over the University of North Florida. And what an excellent game it was. And we'll be joining you for the final at 1 o'clock, which is approximately in 20 minutes' time. And that's going to be the Cal Maritime Academy against Salve Regina. And that should be an absolutely cracking final in this Enscrow Championship. I'm Dallin Stanford, and thanks for tuning in with former Springbok legend Andre Snyman. We'll be back in a few moments.